Aloha folks, welcome to another video. My name is Mark, Mr. Dividend Investor. On this video I got three great companies that you definitely want to put on your watch list. As always, please remember this is not a financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. These are just my opinions. If you are new to the channel, just wanted to say aloha and welcome. If you are new to investing and you want to learn about which companies are great to invest on, whether it is dividends, growth stocks, or even penny stocks, you've come to the right channel. I want you to join my little community of Ohana of investors and hit that subscribe button. Do me a favor also and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on great companies that I review. With that said, let's take a look at these companies. All right, first one on the list, Matador Resources, ticker symbol MTDR. So this is a independent energy company which engage in the exploration, development, production, and acquisition of oil and natural gas resources in the United States. So they're currently operations primarily in the oil and liquid rich portions of Delaware Basin, Southwest New Mexico, and West Texas. So they also operate in Eagle Ford in South Texas and Northwest Louisiana. So let's take a quick look at tip ranks and what their price target is. So the time of this video is $24. Tip ranks price target is in the 24 with 1% upside. Now their 12-month forecast is in the high of 28, the average of 24, and the low of 19. Their analysis rated as a moderate buy with 6 analysis rating. 3 of them says they're gonna it's a buy and 3 of them hold with 0 sells. Now if we look at Yahoo Finance, let's take a look at some of the assets. So the total assets is about 3 million, total liabilities is about 2 million. Now I also like to look at their debt. So you can see their debt is about 1,800,000. Now let's take a quick look at the top institutional holdings. As you can see, there's about 295 institutional holdings that hold their share, and the top one is the ones that I always look at, which is BlackRock. They have about 17 million, followed by Vanguard Group, which is 11 million. Dimensional Funds, 7 million. Then you got State Street Corporations at 5 million. So, I usually look at BlackRock and Vanguard. If they're investing in that much amount, this is probably a solid company. Yeah. Now, if we look at Webull, you can see their analysis rating it as a buy based on 15 analysis. Now their price target is in the high, which is a 33, the average is 23, and then the low is 12. Now if we look down to their institutional holdings, there's about 422, with 56 of them increase, 77 of them are new, and 80 decrease. Now if we look further in here, I want to talk about this one right here. So if you are ready to start your investing journey and you want to know about which platform to use, Webull is one of the great ones in my opinion. So there is link into the comment section. If you use my link and you deposit at least $100, you will get 2 free stocks and I will get 2 free stocks. So it's pretty much free money. So you definitely want to check that out. Again, the link is in the comment section. If you use my link, deposit at least 100, you get those free stocks and I get free stocks. So definitely take advantage of that. Now let's go back to bar chart. Now in bar chart, we're looking at the 6 months. Now, again, let's take a look at, the red is a 20 moving average. The blue is the 50-day moving average. As you can see from this one right here, just a clean upward trend. I always look for these kinds of charts where you can see, as you can see here, it hit the 20 moving average and then it bounced up a little bit, hit it again, bounce up again, and hit again, and then you can see a little bit here it hit, and then it did cross over the 20-day moving average here, and then it looks like it's bouncing back up again. Now if we look at the volume, you can see the volume is just continually just steady, as you can see from it. So it's about, the regular is about 2 million. So you can see how it is steady within that area. Now if we look at the MACD has crossed over from this point and it went up, and then it looks like it might cross again, so it might turn this way or it might continue to go up. We'll see how that goes. Now if you look at the RISO, you can see it was oversold and then now it's coming back. So I always like to see within this area about 0.2 to about 0.8. So if it's in that area, I always like to keep it in that area. So definitely something to kind of think about. I like this company. You know, it's a potential one for me to put a position on. Next on the list, we got Enova International, ticker symbol ENVA. This one engages in the provision of online financial services. So they include like short-term customer loans. So you can see from the website, you know, it's an online bank. They do about company. Again, if you're new to investing and you're interested in finding out a little bit more about what the company does, so you go to their website, you go to investor relations. In investor relations, you got all these information. So you can click on presentation and events. It will get you the stuff. You got the quarter annual results. So there are a lot of information that you can start investing on. Start researching on. So again, these are tools that are free. So you definitely want to take advantage of those if you want to learn about certain companies that you're interested in investing on. Now let's take a look at CNN Business. Based on their stock price forecast, you can see the high is in the 42, the medium is 38, and the low is 32. So now if we look at the analysis recommendations, there is 4 buys and 0 outperform and 1 hold, 0 sell, which is pretty good. Now if we look at Webull, now let's take a look at Webull. You can see 321 of the institutions hold this with 84 increase, 58 new, and 46 decrease. Now if we look further to their price target, at the time of this video it was 36. You can see the high is 42 and the average is 37, and then the low is 32. So now if we look at their rating, Webull did 5 analysis, rated this as a buy. So you can see the percentage right here. So here's the percentage. So 60% said it's a strong buy, 20% rated as a buy. Now if we look further down to Yahoo Finance, you can see the top institutional holdings. You can see BlackRock had bought 5 million shares, followed by 683 Capital, about 3 million, and then Vanguard Group bought about 2 million, Renaissance Technologies bought about 2, and then State Street Corporations bought about 1 million, Dimensional Funds bought about 1 million, almost 2 million. Now if we look at the balance sheet, you can see based on the balance sheet, there are about 2 million total liabilities, about 1 million, and then you can look, I always like to look at the debt too. The debt is about 1 million as well. Now on to bar chart. Again, we're looking at the 6-month chart. The red again is the 20-day moving average, and then the blue is the 50-day moving average. As you can see, it did cross here at one point, crossed the 50-day moving average, and then it just spiked up a little bit of down here. Now it's continually to go up, and I think it's still going to continue to follow that trend. Now if we look down to the volume, as you can see, the volume has been steady, which I always like to look at. Now if we look at the MACD, you can see a crossover between here and then now it's moving up. You can see how it crossed here and then it went up, then it crossed again, then it went back up again. So now if we look at the RISO, you can see it is in the oversell up. So hopefully it'll go back around this way at some point, and then he'll stay around this area. If you look at the trend here, you can see it pretty much went this way. So it went back up. So as it goes back up, it'll do it that way. Now if you look up into it, you can see how the trend goes. So we'll see how this one performs on the week. Last on the list is Ovintiv, ticker symbol OVV. This one is a company that produces and develops multi-basin portfolios of oil and natural gas liquids and natural gas producing plays. So pretty much sums it up. It is a oil company. If we look down to their operations, you can see some of their assets. You can see, so it is a multi-basin portfolio with scale anchored by large contiguous positions in the heart of the basin and Montney. So you can see right there. Now let's take a look at tip ranks. Tip ranks, you can see at the time of this video, it was at 25 with the price target of 26 with 3% upside. Their high is in the 43, the average is 26, and the low is 16. Now they currently do rate this as a hold, so there's only 2 buys and 7 holds and 1 sell. Now if we look at CNN Business, you can see their price target is in the high of 43 as well. The median is 26 and the low is 13. And they also recommend it as a hold. So 6 buys, 2 hold, 18 holds, and 2 sell. Now if we look at CNN Webull, it is also considered a hold based on 24 analysis. So you know, you got 25% buy, 60% of them say it's a hold, 44% say it's underperform, and then they said 47 to sell. Now their price target is in the high of 43, the average of 24, and the low of 12. Now if we look down to the institutional holdings, 661 of them hold this stock company, with 74 of them increase, 83 of them are new, and 81 decrease, so no sold out, which is great. Now if we look at bar chart, checking out the chart here, you can see we're looking at the 6 months. As you can see, again, the red is the 20-day moving average, the blue is the 50-day. You can see beautiful upward trend. It did touch the 20-day here and then move up, back up, and then it touched it again, almost crossed the 50-day moving average, but it picked up back up, and then it did cross here again. So I'm expecting it will go back up this way. We'll see how the market does this week. Now if we look at the volume, again, the volume is in pretty steady. Now if we look at the MACD had a crossover here. It kind of just consolidated here, and then it looked like it's going to come down this way based on the pattern that you see. Now if we look down to the Rizzo, you can see it is on the sell, the oversold, so it kind of it looked like it's coming back and moving this way. So we'll see. Again, definitely something to put on your watch list. You know, we'll see what happens on there, but those are the 3 that I'm looking at. Hope you like this video. If you do, definitely give it a thumbs up. As always, please remember to do your own due diligence. Please research. You know, if you decide to invest in these companies, again, do your homework, guys. Definitely, you know, have a plan, whether this is something that you want to do as a swing trade or continue as a long-term investing. Thank you so much for watching. Definitely be safe out there, guys. Stay cool, keep investing, and I'll catch you guys on the next video. Aloha.